An expected spell of reprieve in war-torn Afghanistan has suffered a major setback as the country continues to remain a target of terrorists. While at one side, Afghan security forces are being targeted on a daily basis, journalists and media professionals too have come under the radar of terrorists. Recently, a female television journalist and women's rights activist was shot and killed in Afghanistan's Nangarhar province by Islamic State. This escalating rate of violence has once again raised the concerns regarding the vulnerable situation of journalists and women in Afghanistan amidst the withdrawal of foreign troops from the country. A report.
Malalai Maiwand, a journalist in the eastern province of Nangarhar, was on her way to work in Jalalabad when Islamic State's gunmen opened fire on her vehicle. Her driver Muhammad Tahir was also killed. Maiwand was also a civil society activist who advocated for the rights of Afghan women and children. She was not the first in her family to be targeted. 5 years ago, her mother, who was also an activist, was killed by unknown gunmen. The area has been a hotbed of terrorist activity, most notably involving Islamic State, which issued its claim of responsibility via its Telegram communications channel, calling her a pro-regime journalist. The Afghan government, NATO, and other diplomatic missions based in Kabul condemned such growing attacks on journalists and activists.
او ډیر واضح الفاظ او کلماتو کې می د امنیتي ارګانونو نه غوښتي دي چې په هر قیمت کې قاتل براته پیدا کړي په هر قیمت کې قاتل په قدم اخلي او قاتل به پیدا کړي د قانون منګولو ته بسپارل کېږي نو خبرې نه وکړي.
The murder of Maiwand comes just weeks after Radio Liberty reporter Elias Dai was killed in a car bomb attack in Lashkargah. A well-known former television presenter, Yamasia Walsh, was also killed last month, along with 2 others, when a bomb attached to his car exploded near his home in Kabul. Earlier, Sabah Seher, one of Afghanistan's first female directors, was shot in Kabul. However, she survived the attack. These incidents are indicative of a growing trend of intense violence against journalists in the country, threatening the right to freedom of media and expression.
As the Taliban grows in power, among the threats that they see against them, which is mobilizing Afghan society against them, happens to be the journalists. And therefore, they have every incentive to get rid of journalists. And in fact, Taliban has never made any secret of their antipathy towards journalism and journalists. So yes, I do expect when the Taliban come to power, journalists will have a very bad time. I think journalism will come to an end.
Life for women in Afghanistan has never been easy. But being a woman and choosing to work as a journalist in an environment where media workers are already targeted for their profession make them more vulnerable. The Taliban's ultra-hardline rule was marked by oppressive laws for women up until the group was toppled after the 2001 US-led invasion of Afghanistan. There are apprehensions about a possible reversal of progress on women's rights over the last 2 decades if the Taliban return to any sort of power with the withdrawal of foreign troops from the country.
Will women's rights be affected if the Taliban comes back to power? The answer is yes. Remember, if you look at any fundamentalist regime, one of the principal target groups, the groups they tend to target, is the women. Why? Understandable reasons. Fundamentalism means that you have basically let go of progressive values. You want to silence 50% of the population, in a sense set an example so that the other 50% is also suitably cowed down. This is how fundamentalists operate. Look at any fundamentalist regime in the world, women are always second-class citizens. So under those circumstances, it is only likely when the Taliban comes to power, women will be sidelined.
The Taliban severely restricted women's rights when they ruled Afghanistan, and although they have promised that women will be allowed their rights under Islamic law, they have declined to specify what that would mean in practice. Women in Afghanistan do not want to go back to the terms of Taliban rule, to the floggings and banishment from public life. However, their hopes are slowly fading away in the light of terror attacks by the Islamic State and the Taliban.